Jayson Tatum is having a spectacular 2020 postseason for the Celtics, averaging 25 points from all over the court. He's hitting filthy sidestep threes moving to his left or to his right, mid-range pull-ups late in the shot clock, and drives to the rim for layups and drawn fouls. Star scorers receive loads of defensive attention, and the 22-year-old is responding by making a leap as a playmaker. Here, Tatum gets the switch and isolates against Tyler Hero. He drives and spins out of a double team, senses a third defender and Jimmy Butler helping over, and then immediately spots Kemba Walker for the corner three. These quick reads from both within the flow of the offense and when there's chaos, like this volleyball touch to Jaylen Brown, are the types of passes by Tatum that have helped put the Celtics in NBA Finals contention, which we're breaking down on this week's episode of The Restart. Hey you, I'm Kevin O'Connor and welcome to The Restart. The Celtics are making a deep playoff run, and it's largely thanks to the play of Jayson Tatum. It's the second time in his 3 seasons in the league he's led a team to the Eastern Conference Finals. Last time around against LeBron James and the Cavaliers, Tatum was just a promising rookie. This time, though, he's looking like a veteran, averaging 25 points, 10 rebounds, and nearly 5 assists per game. That playmaking development has been huge for Boston, which I asked Celtics head coach Brad Stevens about this week.
Kevin, he's always had great vision. People have paid him a lot of attention, certainly off actions when he has the ball, blitzing pick and rolls. I think all those experiences, as they happen more and more, you get more comfortable reading those things and making the next right play.
Tatum began seeing more defensive pressure with doubles and traps prior to the league shutdown in March, just as he was emerging as a star scorer. He responded well. After all, he's always been a willing passer, but in the bubble, he's leveled up. He's shown progress weaponizing his scoring to create passing lanes, and he's delivering much more advanced passes. Here, Tatum snakes in front of OG Anunoby to get him on his back, then takes long strides before stretching his arm to kick the ball out for a corner three. He's routinely making high degree of difficulty cross-court and skip passes. And now he's putting velocity on the ball to deliver it in time. Speed is critical for a passer, otherwise the ball can get deflected. Tatum has improved his fastball, whether it's out of the pick and roll or just a basic swing pass. Tatum has patience too. He strings along 2 defenders until it's too far for them to recover on the pick and pop 3. Or here, the Raptors clog the paint on the first pick and roll, so the Celtics rescreen and he finds Daniel Tice with a left-handed wraparound pass. That's good. This is one of Tatum's best plays at Disney. He runs pick and roll with Robert Williams, which is met by a wall of defenders. Here he has options. The lane is clogged, so he can't hit Time Lord on the roll. There's no angle for the pass to Shemi in the corner, and Anunoby is lurking, making for a risky pass to Smart. So he turns and flips it to Brad Wanamaker for 3, a successful read through all of his passing progressions to find the open man. Better shot selection has been a huge component of his emergence as a passer. Instead of taking the mid-range fadeaway right here, he loops a pass over the top for another corner 3. He leverages his scoring ability to create passing lanes by going into his shooting stance to draw defenders before firing a pass. Defenses need to respect his shot because he's become one of the NBA's best three-point shooters. During the regular season, only 25 players attempted at least 3 dribble jumper three-pointers per game. Of wings or forwards, nobody attempted more than Tatum did, and of all players, only Paul George shot a higher percentage. Tatum's shooting success off the dribble has translated to the playoffs, and now he uses pump fakes to get defenders out of his way for drives, or will even elevate and pass out if he's heavily contested with darts to his teammates. This play results in a turnover, but notice how Tatum uses the threat of his jumper to draw 2 defenders behind the three-point line before making the pass, which should have resulted in an open shot. Tatum has become such a threat to pass, he's even using head fakes to have the pass set up his shots. It's actually kind of crazy how much better Tatum is right now than he was back in March at the time we made our first video breaking down his development. He's continued to build on what he did during the season down at Disney World. Here's what he says about his playmaking development.
Just being down here, seeing different coverages, trying to make the right play, using my size, watching film, just finding the right guy. So it's nothing too complicated, just finding the right person that's open.
Whether it's out of the pick and roll or out of isolations, Tatum has done a really good job at making passes the moment defenders commit to them. As soon as he feels pressure, he's looking for a cutter or a shooter or even a lob dunk attempt. Something I'm noticing Tatum does often is drive deliberately into traffic in order to draw attention, and then he just flips the ball back, oftentimes to a wide open three-point shooter. Tatum understands his power as a scorer, and he's using that to play a selfless style to create for others. Tatum is unselfish. He could shoot this ball off the catch, but there's 13 seconds on the shot clock, so he finds a higher percentage look with the Brown corner three. This is true too for him in transition. He'll make kick-aheads, and he regularly makes alert outlet passes to Brown leaking out. Transition offense has been a huge component of Boston's offensive success all season long. The Celtics look for chances whenever they can, and they'll have a player attempt to seal off for post positioning. Tatum is fully equipped to deliver accurate entry passes leading to chances at the rim. Tatum's height gives him an advantage to make passes others can't. He releases the ball at his highest point and puts it on the money where only Tice can catch it. He can still get better and keep on mastering his offhand passes like the sidearm throw to Brown for the three, and he needs to keep tightening his handle. He almost loses control in this crossover, but recovers to deliver the ball. He won't always be so fortunate against great defenders though, which can lead to chances going the other way. Sometimes he's also off target, putting the ball slightly out of range for his teammates. A little less air on this one probably leads to 2 points. Thankfully for Tatum, Nick Nurse won't always be standing virtually on the sideline to confuse him either. But at only 22, Tatum is already far beyond what the Celtics could have anticipated this early in his career. A talented go-to scorer who makes his teammates better by passing and playing winning basketball. In so many of the clips we've watched today, the receiver of Tatum's passes has been Jaylen Brown. I asked Brown this week about the chemistry he's developed over the years with Tatum. Here's what he had to say.
What's crazy, I think we still can make a lot of leaps in terms of playing with each other and playing off of each other. I think we still got a long way from being to our peaks.
I agree with Jaylen. As good as this team is right now, as much as they have a chance to actually win a championship at this moment, Jaylen Brown is still only 23 years old. Jayson Tatum is still only 22 years old. This team is still not close to where they can be because those guys aren't what they will be in their primes yet. Never mind the fact that they have Gordon Hayward, a really good two-way wing. Never mind the fact they have Marcus Smart, one of the league's best defenders and a clutch player on offense. Never mind the fact they have Kemba Walker, a spark plug point guard who can go off on any night. To have those guys as your 5 best players is remarkable today or 5 years from now. For the Celtics, they have an opportunity here, but this isn't it. They aren't what they will be in 4 years, 5 years, or 6 years. This team could only get better moving forward. And that's largely due to Jayson Tatum and what he is today and what he could be as he continues improving his ball handling, as he continues learning how to read and react against defenses and make them pay for the pressure that they put on him. The fact is that Tatum is already a borderline top 10 player, and he's only 22 years old. He's already been to 2 Eastern Conference Finals and been the leading scorer on those teams. With an emerging star in Jayson Tatum surrounded by a strong supporting cast, the Celtics are in good shape for years to come, and they could win a championship sooner rather than later. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of The Restart, and thank you to Dylan Berkey and Sean Yu for producing, and to everybody else for putting the show together. Please do me a favor and scroll down to the comment section. Let me know what you want to hear from me about, and when you're there, please hit like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends who love the NBA. Thanks again for watching. Peace out.